Hey, hey, Blue Table fans. Oh, yes. Oh, you get to be with me on a Saturday. Hey, guys. So, here I am. I've got this. I've got this. I just knocked some sticky notes onto the floor. Ugh. I hope you enjoyed that view of the top of my awesome head. And I have this. So, first off, loving me some Necrons. I bought a Necron army off of eBay, and let me tell you my adventure with that. So I found this Necron army. It's in pounds, so it's 650 pounds. And so I'm like, all right. That's about, for those of you curious, it's about $1,200. And so I start adding up what's in this Necron army. And first off, it's about 7,000 points. And it's also, hold on, it's also, what's the word for it? It is, oh gosh, I'm sorry guys, what a week, right? So, yeah, it's funny because yesterday I had to take one of the kids home or something, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to lay down for like 10 minutes and just, you know, have a little power cat nap. 3 hours. I was like passed out with half of my legs off of the edge of the bed. So, it's about 1,200, and I'm reading it, and it's like, oh, it's for local pickup only. So I'm like, ah, brutal. The retail on it is like over 2,000. So I'm like, all right, that's awesome. That's about right. And of course, there's going to be shipping charges. So that's where you can kind of get killed on this stuff. But I'm sure everything's going to be wonderful. That's my reality. It's all going Gately's way. It is pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. Makes me happy. So, all right. I'm very excited about this. Obviously, I've always loved Necrons. I've had my Rust Crons, but this time it's not going to be that way. I'm going to go with a royal blue, deck tan, which is almost like a slightly darker eggshell white and gold, and that they are going to look very handsome. So I'm going for the royal treatment on these guys, and I'm pretty excited. And of course, the joke is I do everything teal, or I do it blue, or do I do it green? And but no, I've done my Tau. I did my Tau all red, so I have broken with precedent and done things a different way. My Tyranids are purple, and you know, there's only so many colors, guys. Come on. So anyway, so Necrons in 7th edition. So the first thing I look for is like with the Tau for an ethereal for 50 points. And ethereals are awesome. Great force multipliers. I have loved my ethereals every single game. They give those units their awesome leadership 10. They do give up a VP for killing them, and they almost always die. Toughness 3, 2 wounds, no defenses. That's what they have. No options. No way to get them. No way to get them any protection. Just, you know, stick them in the back and hope for the best. So anyway, looking at the Necrons, obviously, you've got an Overlord. Oh my goodness, for 90 points, that's pretty cheap. So for every HQ, you can take a separate Force Org, and there's a reason for this. Is that now you can just keep taking. You can take It almost doesn't even matter anymore. You know, you can easily get 3 Force Orgs into an army by taking 3 HQs. And take 9, you know, elites and 9 heavies. So anyway, Necron Overlord is 90. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's coming over me. So impolite. Yeah, that's it. That's the cheapest one, an Overlord, and of course you can have a court. So all right. Let's talk about let's get to dessert. Come on. So first off, in this one, this is Imperial Armor Volume 12, The Fall of Orpheus, the most recent one. I don't think there's a 13 yet. So it features Minotaurs, Deathcore of Krieg, and Necrons is kind of like the foils here. So, oh my goodness. So first off, I want to talk about the sentry pylons. They're about the cost of a tank, kind of a high-end tank, but they are 1 to 3 pylons forming a battery. But quite frankly, for that cost and for the flexibility, I would recommend doing them separately because they've got toughness 7, 3 wounds, 3 up saves, so they're like artillery. They got ballistic skill 4, but they're canoptic artillery. And what that means is they don't need any crew, and in fact, they don't have any crew. That'd be interesting if they had crew automatically, but I don't think they do. I'm going to look up artillery just real quick. You know what? I'm pretty sure artillery don't automatically have crew. It's page 64. Here we go, bikes and jet bikes. Hey, honey.
Hey.
So I'm here with my daughter. And let's see, number of crew models and the gun itself. These units can include several different types of models. The gun and the models have... Yeah, there's no crew for this. If all the crew are killed, some players chose adding just Independent characters that join the unit do not count as crew and cannot operate the guns. Oh, but an independent character could join this unit. That's interesting. What happens with Deep Strike? So anyway, for 35 points, you can give them Teleportation Matrix, which is Deep Strike. And you'll know why this is sick in just a second. Sepulchral Scarabs, give them It Will Not Die. That means on a 5-up, if it blows up, on a 5, it doesn't blow up. Instead, it has just 1 hull point left. And at 15 points for this investment, I would definitely get that. That is just absolutely sick. Oh, I am so sorry. I do not know what is coming over me. Okay, so anyway, yeah, and here it is. They can take 3 different types of weapons. They can take a heat cannon. So they can take a Gauss Exterminator, which is 120-inch range, strength 9, AP 2, heavy 2. So it's basically a 2-shot las cannon with effectively infinite range. Gauss, which I don't remember what it automatically glances on or whatever. In fact, let's just look that up. Oh, it has Interceptor and Skyfire. That is awesome. Just 3 ponage. Just because you showed up. So, okay, I don't see Gauss weapons in that section. It's not at the beginning. Let's go to the weapons summary. Guy, the thing about these books is they just... Okay. Yeah, scores a glancing roll on a 6. Yeah, who cares? Yeah, that's not that useful on these guys. But there it is. Heat Cannon, which is... good gravy, what is going on? Which is maybe it's because I'm talking. I've heard if you're talking that like all your air is going out, so you're not getting enough oxygen. So, okay, this is 36-inch range, strength 10, AP 1, heavy 2, blast, and melta. So at 18-inch range, it's just... And that's it. With the teleportation matrix, you can just drop these things behind enemy lines and you're almost guaranteed to blow stuff up. So, okay, so here's the killer. For plus 25, you can get a focused death ray. If I may. To fire the focused death ray, nominate a point on the battlefield anywhere within its range. That's 24 inches. So if you are deep striking backfield, then 24 inches is effectively like you can get at anything. Okay. Then nominate a second point within 3d6 inches of the first. So on average, you're going to have a line about 11 inches long. Okay. Draw a straight line between the 2 points. Every unit, friendly or enemy, underneath the line suffers a number of hits equal to twice the number of models underneath the line. Strength 10, AP 1, Heavy 1. That's what this thing does. That is, folks, that is bona fide insane. Because I'm thinking of this line of like orc vehicles, and with a decent roll, man, never mind a good roll, you could just, I mean, you could hit so much. You could hit so many things. So for every vehicle you hit, it takes two strength 10 hits, AP 1. That's +2 to the blow you up chart. That, folks, that is incredible. I love this thing. I'm going to try it. There's probably a zillion ways you could, like, whatever it is. I'd go look up Mr. Dandy and see if he has some kind of equivalent for whatever it is. But Forge World, you're always better off going to Forge World. They really have the best stuff. Everybody else is like imitators. Forge World is just crazy. In fact, I'm gonna take a look at it really quick. I haven't looked at these. I have no idea how big they are. I imagine they're maybe like that. But they're like those little C-shaped guns. Pylon. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, you get to see. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea how big these are. Maybe they give something. Oh, no. No? No, yeah, no, what? Hold on. I have no idea. Maybe it's the huge one, like that. I think it just might be. It just might be. And it can move. As far as I can tell, it can move. It does not require the presence of a crewman to either move or fire. Okay, where's my artillery? Hold on, let's take a look at this. 64. Oh, this is so fun. I love this part. Guys, you got to get an army. Movement. Artillery, need at least one crewman. Says that it doesn't. Then it may not move. I guess it just moves 6 inches. So there you go. Shooting at artillery. So to be at the strength 7. 3 words. Armor 3 up. Okay. So anyway, so these things are great. I just like, if you had 2 of them, you'd be almost guaranteed to get at least one of them. And that death ray, it is so accurate. It's, in fact, the first thing that it hits is guaranteed to hit. It can't miss. You nominate a point. And it just goes, whee, and it just cuts this point of death all the way across. It's just, guys, it's awesome. I am going to have these. It says, oh, it stands almost 6 inches tall. Okay, so I was right. It's about that big. It's about the size of a knight scythe, I guess, stood on its side, maybe. That is not bad. But they are spendy, 47 quid. Oh, wow, that's kind of cool. Like 4 is a Gauss Exterminator. So it's not the giant one. Guy, those are cool. Yeah, I'm not converting those. I'm definitely just going to get them. Okay, so now, all right, by the way, the fun does not end. Okay, so Night Shroud Bomber, and the army that I picked up includes one of these. Great fig. Go to Forge World, look it up. It has 4 hull points, supersonic. I think, yeah, it's a flyer. Okay, what does supersonic give him? All right, anyway. May be chosen as part of a standard Necron army, and it is a heavy support choice. Twin Link Tesla Destructor, that's pretty standard for Necron flyers. Okay, so here's the bombs that it has. So it's bomb, large blast 5 inches, blind and pinning, strength 10, AP 1. So really, how do bombs work? Can we look this up? Is it in the basic rulebook now? Let's find out. I have absolutely no idea how this works. Bombs and bombing runs, page 42. Hey, what do you know about that? Let's find out what it is. So, and I wonder is supersonic a special rule? Let's see, because I think this came out after. Yeah, supersonic. Wow, 172. So it's a flyer and supersonic. That matters. Let's find out what it is. Supersonic, a vehicle that moves flat out. A supersonic vehicle that moves flat out must have moved at least 18 inches and can move up to 36 inches. Oh, okay. So I guess it can like not shoot and then go like really fast. All right, let's find out bombing runs. Ooh, can it go supersonic and bomb things? That is, and how many can it drop? Right? Bombs. Okay, wow. Because this is like like the Necrons, all their weapons just have strength 10 AP 1. That's the most it ever gets. They're the hugest things. Oh, and let's add blind and pinning to it. Okay, so bombs are a new type thing for flyings. Have the one use only. This thing has 5. Must be used in the movement phase of their turn. Oh, okay. So during the movement phase. In a special kind of attack called a bombing run, a model can only drop 1 bomb in its movement phase. Oh, that's too bad. If a model drops a bomb, it counts as having already fired 1 weapon in its ensuing shooting phase and may not move flat out. Okay, so that answers my question. Can it do supersonic and do the thing? However, any additional weapons it fires that turn can choose a different target to that of the bomb. Okay, that's great. To make a bombing run, a flyer must be zooming. A flying monstrous creature must be swooping. Move the model that is making the bombing run and then nominate 1 model that it passed over. Place the blast marker for the bomb so that the central hole is over the target model and roll the scatter dice. If a hit is rolled, the target is not moved. Okay, so it scatters. If an arrow's, oh, it only goes D6 inches. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Casualties are removed as per barrage weapons. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, that is interesting because, again, this is like an alpha strike thing where it can just come in from reserve and just blow something up, and then do it again the next turn if you fail to do anything about it. Here's the kicker. Are you ready? It is supersonic. No, I'm sorry. It has it has deep strike. That's weird, even though it's a flyer. Living metal. All right, it's living metal. I forgot. I think it said it can't be reduced by anything. Living metal is if it suffers crew shaken on a 2-up, it's ignored. Ignore stun on a 4-up. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right, let's see here. Okay, hold on. Sentry pylon, if I may. Oh no, it doesn't have that. Sorry. That's the other thing that I'm about to tell you about. Okay, fearless canoptic artillery. All right. Okay, are we ready for the next thing? The next awesome. That was the pylons. So pylons are awesome, and I'm definitely getting some. So all right, just had a couple guys come in. I got a crew here on Saturday. They're working on that Robotech project. Boy, we are really working on that. Okay, this is a Tesseract arc, and it's kind of like almost like a big weirdo Tomb Blade jet bike thing. You know, it's about this big, and it like hovers, right? I don't know. When I think about that, I think it should look more like a monolith. So this is something you could convert. You could convert this out of a monolith and just make it have kind of a cool gun on the top or something, I guess. All right, so first off, it costs about as much as a Land Raider, so this thing ain't cheap. But it does have 12 armor all around, if I may, and also quantum shielding. That means until it suffers a penetrating hit, it's got +2 to its armor. So this thing has 14 all around, 4 hull points. Awesome. It's a tank, skimmer, heavy, open-topped. Open-topped, not awesome. Not awesome. Let's see. 2 Tesla cannons, nothing to write home about there. Living metal. And so here's the special rules. This is where this thing gets really weird. Rain, did you need something from me? You look like you're...
I wanted to talk to you about something that's not like uber urgent. I'm just using my phone now looking for...
Well, this is going to take like another half hour. Okay. So Ren's... I thought this might be like personal, but it's not. So you want to make a board for our battle reports, like an ice board.
Right.
Great. We really need that.
I want to do it up. It won't cost anything. We have all the materials downstairs except for the submarine.
You want me to get like a submarine? So, but this is like science fiction.
Yeah. You use it for like 40K.
Okay.
You know, and I can add pieces to it to make it look more, you know.
Right. What if instead of that, it's just an idea. What if we got like a spaceship, and you like like the old science fiction, like the wrecked spaceship where it's like a hull, like guys could go in it, and you know.
Maybe the
I'm
top
willing
jump
to
off
do
and a few
either.
pieces in.
I'm just like, okay.
I just thought the submarine would be cheap and easy.
Oh yeah, no,
Like
I think
especially for like guard, like you know, like a guard army, like in a submarine, like you know,
like a 40K submarine.
Yeah, like surfaces, and then like it freezes up, or maybe they're doing some kind of you know, like scouting.
Listen,
mission
this
or
is your.
something.
If you're doing it just pro bono, then great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the answer is yes. I'll buy the material, whatever you
Okay.
want.
And then I
Go
just
ahead.
need some chicken wire because I want to do a beachfront assault board where I have a thin strip of beach on one side and then put down the chicken wire and then do a second foam piece on top that's all cut out into trenches. So basically there's a assault point where you know one army would come in on the beach and then it's all trenches the rest of the way back.
Okay. Have you seen our Trenchworks board?
I've seen that board. I haven't seen our Trenchworks board because I could build
Okay.
like a beachfront for it.
Exact. I was thinking you could just build like a 2-foot thing. Well, and we've got October Valhalla coming up. Oh, and by the way, yes. You didn't know this. There's a guy named Austin. His company is Brush for Hire. So check him out, brushforhire.com. And he's a soloist. He's come out to Valhalla a couple times now, at least once. And really cool guy. And he's recently been doing MDF, like laser cut terrain. His stuff is amazing. And he's made all of this, like, Tomb Ancients terrain, you know? But I'm going to turn it into like a Necron necropolis.
Oh yeah.
And it's already on the way. He's sending us just like this massive load of just stuff.
I'm building an
And,
army
yes,
right now
and
too.
what we're going to do is oh, okay, then you'll love this.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to supplement this by regular foam. And I've done some wicked Necron boards before. I've got good ideas for this.
Okay.
So, and then we're going to use his stuff. We're going to make a full-on 12 or 18-foot Necron necropolis.
Like an apocalypse,
Yep.
necropolis.
And we're going to take it up to Timber Moose, and it's going to be just beyond belief to play on this board.
I'm doing a full oxidized copper Necron.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
I just bought a Studio Necron's Army, 8,000 points. At least 7.
I'm ordering my Tomb Stalker on Monday.
Yeah. Oh, good for
The
you.
Forge World Tomb Stalker.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, I can't wait.
That is really cool. Okay.
I got a lot already too. I got 20 warriors.
Should I tell him the one I bring in has 2 of those? Yeah. Do you want one?
I'll buy it for me, yeah.
No, you're not buying it
I
for me.
want one.
I'm going to gift it to you.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yes, I desperately want one.
Yeah, and then you can make all this free terrain for the studio.
Yeah. Because I was having the ideas,
It's
and I was
not.
like, I want to build
It's not. This isn't transactional
right now.
at all.
I'll
The
be
thing is a
gifting
gift.
boards because I want to build
If you
them.
quit tomorrow, you're still getting a thing.
Well, I'm not quitting tomorrow.
I know you're not.
You're going to have to fire me and then possibly
will
call the
have to
cops
fire
to get
you.
me removed from the premises.
Really? Okay. Not a problem.
You'll
Already
fire me.
played
I'm like,
that
I don't care
scenario
what you
out.
say. I'm not leaving.
Awesome. Like grabbing my leg.
Exactly.
Sir.
Shawn,
Okay, can we continue this now? All right. Yeah, I didn't know if that was going to be personal or not. So, all right, Tesseract Arc. So here it comes. So it's got a singularity chamber, and if it gets a weapon destroyed result on the singularity chamber, and it has 2 other weapons, so there is that. It immediately blows up at maximum 6-inch range. Strength 6 for everything in that range. And it's just vaporized. So there's that. Hold on. Containment field, it gets a 5-up invulnerable save. So boom. Even better than a land. It's tougher than a land raider, I'm going to say, because of that. Also, any model trying to assault or ram the Tesseract Arc must take a dangerous terrain test, and any models charging it are a disordered charge because of the seismic pulses that come out of this thing. Okay, so now it has 3 firing modes: 48-inch range, strength 7 AP2, so plasma, heavy 3, blast 3 inches. Crazy. Particle Hurricane. It's a strength 3 AP3 template, Fleshbane. Yeah. That's pretty good. So that means, by the way, Fleshbane is wounds on a 2-up. In fact, let me just double check that. Got my rule book right here. It's always good. The model has a special rule, always wounds on a 2+. Always wounds on a 2+, yep. That's it. Okay, Seismic Lash. This is the awesome one. 24-inch range, strength 5, AP 4. Nothing to write home about. Heavy 1, Armor Bane, Quake special rule. So anything hit by it, even hit, they treat open ground as difficult terrain next turn. Ground Lash. Okay, so you pick a target point up to the maximum range of the weapon away, and then trace a line between this and the front of the arc. And then units take number of hits equal to the number of models in them caught under the line. Doesn't affect zooming or gliding models. But does affect skimmers, apparently. So guys, that is pretty amazing. And there's more. So I've talked about 3 of those specialty things. You can get them from Forge World. Okay. By the way, the Gauss Pylon, and that's, did my voice just crack there? Is the big one, the big C-shaped thing, which by the way is cool because the thing like slides up and down. It has all these moving parts. It's really awesome. It has 14 all around, 2 structure points, which in the new thing equates to 6 hull points. But it's I don't know, getting up to twice the cost of a Land Raider. So, I don't know if I would do it. But it is D weapons, a heavy 3D weapon. Skyfire Interceptor. Crazy. Flux Arc. Alright guys, let's keep going. Now there's those little centipede things, which by the way are, they've got like 58 pieces in them. Like every single segment has to be like done. So they're like, you can shape them all around, but they are very, very delicate. Probably why this guy in the UK didn't want to ship these, because yeah, you cannot. Now I'm equipped, so if this stuff shows up and it's a little broken up, I can put that all back together. Okay, so guys, the Tomb Sentinel. So it's a monstrous creature. Toughness 7. Toughness 7. Only 2 attacks though. 3-up armor. It has Rampage. I wonder what Rampage does. Oh, and Phase Tunneling, which is awesome. Rampage. Plus D3 attacks if the enemy has more models than friendly models. So if they're outnumbered, they get plus D3 attacks. Roll once. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. So be actually more like 4 attacks. That's not bad. That's not why this thing is awesome. It's a war construct, so it's immune to Fleshbane, poisoned. Let's see. If the attack has no strength listed, it only wounds on a 6. It can be upgraded, have it will not die. That's awesome. That's only 15 points. By the way, this is about time and a half the cost of a tank, so these things are real expensive. Here. Exile Cannon. Here it is. 12-inch range, heavy 1, blast 3 inches, Exile Blast. Okay, when a shot from this weapon strikes a unit, it inflicts a number of hits on it equivalent to the number of models caught under the blast template. This is where it gets weird. So why doesn't it just, okay, it hit 3, let's hit 3 guys. That number of randomly determined models from the unit must then each immediately pass a strength test or be removed as casualties with no saves of any kind. Models with no strength automatically passed. But if a vehicle without a strength value or building, they suffer an automatic penetrating hit with no saves possible. So that's pretty cool. Actually, that's not that awesome. That's not going to kill that many guys. All right, well, I take it back. This guy isn't that good. Fleet, Deep Strike, Outflank, Hit and Run. That's pretty cool. All right, that's Phase Tunneling. That gives it all those special rules. So, okay. Acanthrites. are kind of weird. They're like 50 points each, something like that. All right, guys, that's all I had to say about Necrons. And the army I picked up has over 100 warriors in it. So boy, we are going to paint us up a load wad of warriors. It's going to be crazy. So my objective is to get this giant Necron army going. With Ren will probably be in excess of 10,000 points. Because for Valhalla, I like to do at least one like specialty board. I one kind of over-the-top apocalypse level army. So, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. It's my pleasure. We're here every day. So what's funny is if you see a lot of videos, then we're less busy, and if you don't see very many videos, then we are very busy. So yeah, I am working on it. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you got your inspiration for the day.